Something special for Bulls and Pacers, that rare afternoon game. Tip just after 4 o'clock Eastern as the Pacers try to move up in the standings in the Eastern Conference. 4 straight losses for the first time in 2 years. Now 3 games under 500, but look, they're only 2 games out of 5th. It's the 4th and final regular season matchup of the year. The Bulls and the Pacers on Fox Sports Indiana. For a former Pacer and Fred Hoiberg, who's in his second year, 58 and 56. Underway, ball is loose, picked up by T.
Got to get some loose balls because this has got to be an energetic game, Chris. That's what the Pacers usually do. It'll be interesting to see getting an easy hoop. It's important for the makeup of this team.
Pacers won by 17 here in November as Paul George and the Pacers start with a 5-0 lead. Teague turns the corner. And now Turner outside, and his jumper is perfect. You can almost read Miles Turner when he makes that.
Defense is really good here.
Jimmy Butler had 40 the other night in their win against Brooklyn, including the last-second shot to win it. And Butler is on the board. A 9-point lead here early. Thad Young to the rim and 2 more. It's a double-figure lead.
Yeah, and I see decisive passing, Chris.
They're 16 and 16. Indiana 15 and 18. Skip pass to Wade. He was really good against the Pacers on Monday. He had 21. Butler, their leader, at 24.5 points per game. That is 10th in the league. George, a 3. 2 of them for Paul George.
Really feeling it.
Young up high for the rebound.
You're right, partner.
And now here's Turner. Powers it home.
Well, we talked about the keys. You got to go to the glass. You got to have a strong.
He started and spent the first 5 years of his career. Miles.
Yeah, come off of his shoot. See, he doesn't believe that McDermott can get to a shot. Mirotic with his length.
Butler uses the screen from Felicio. It's off the mark. Felicio, the offensive rebound.
Oh, that's a shot. I can tell you now, he's shooting that. That's offensive rebound we talk about all the time.
Indiana against his former team. He played well in Chicago on Monday.
Set a screen for him right there. It's a nice little give. And it's a good read that time by Al Jefferson. When he's out on that elbow.
2-point shot late on Monday. A year ago in this building, 28 and 25.
He's taking this shot.
And he got the roll.
Well, he was able to get Monte Ellis on him.
Pacers 11 and 5 at home. They had a 5-game home court win streak end against Boston last Thursday. The Bulls have lost 5 straight on the road. They've lost all of their road. Paul George walks in front of us. You can see him at the top of your screen. He'll check in. Wade missed it, and there's Felicio.
He's got a technical. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's looking around like he can't understand why. He deserves the technical in this. Got to go to work.
And George, jumper, he knew it.
Yeah, well, he also was hearing, it's funny because just as he caught the ball.
And both games were close losses. Quinn, you said as you rewatched the game, the Pacers had chances to win as Young has it blocked.
Yeah, they win at 3:30 to go. They're still in the game. Went into Lopez. That's why they didn't call him. Those seconds.
He's down there posting up against Turner. Wade split.
That's the problem. You get split and the defense is left behind.
Knocked away. Butler knocked Ellis to the ground and then goes inside and scores in a foul on Turner. His 10th straight start in the backcourt with Jeff Teague. Young against Butler. Takes him and scores. A 10-point first half for Thaddeus Young. That's his first miss.
Got him back cut. I'll take it strong. Yeah. And Lopez didn't want to get there. That's a really good play.
Gibson on the baseline against Young.
Nice job. Just he wanted to go to the left shoulder.
Blocked by Turner. Young left it short. In his 7th year out of Fresno State. Good hands by Robinson.
That's the kind of play he's got to make.
And Teague lays it in. I thought he was going to dunk it.
I think he thought so too. But
First half assists.
Those are the kind you can read if it's short, and then you can get it. Just take it for a fast break if you're reading that as short. Again, you can remember when he does that. What has happened is people know that he's a rhythm shooter. Some tonight. I'm sorry, this afternoon, not tonight. The 4 o'clock start kind of got me.
Nice pass inside. Robinson in double figures. 68 against Milwaukee tomorrow. The Pacers here on Monday against the Orlando Magic. Or make it on Sunday against the Orlando Magic. And that's Wade with a three. He's made 20. George misses the three. He's got 16. 4 of the 5 starters in double figures for Indiana. And Wade dunks it. And a timeout taken by Nick McMillan and the Pacers. Turn to form with 12 points and 6 rebounds. Butler is too strong.
I thought the Pacers were going to get the rebound. You have 2 guys in there. You can't quit even when he gets the ball. You still have to try to get. That's not exactly what Frank had in mind. Got to throw it to him. Because throw it back to him. They've got Jimmy Butler trying to guard. He's got Miles inside. Now, what I saw on that, Miles did a really good job of holding his position.
By T.
Yeah, that was really good defense. And I'm telling you, Kevin Serafin kept that alive.
Out to Miles. He's on the bench, on the floor from the bench, and a big three.
That's a timeout. I mean, hey, Kevin Serafin made a heck of a play.
Games and surprisingly only played a couple of minutes off the bench against Brooklyn the other night.
I saw that as well, Chris.
George for 3. 21 for Paul George, and that's his 3rd three.
And really got it, and Felicio is a guy I think he can take more advantage of than Lopez. Lopez is long enough to get there. Felicio is inexperienced. You got to take advantage of that.
They lob it up, and Felicio puts it through. Has averaged 10 points, shot 52% from the field. He's been efficient and effective off the bench for the Pacers. And that's a rebound dunk.
And Brooks pushed him in the back.
And that's Felicio again.
Yeah. I think looking at Brooks, he's been fine.
Yeah, very efficient bench production. Mirotic, and that is good again by Mirotic.
And Thad thought he was there.
I thought he was there. Now George leaves it off for Jefferson. Had the ball swiped away.
Butler.
It's a 3-point game.
About 14 feet and knock it down.
First points of the 4th quarter for Paul George. He has 23. He had 16 in the first half as Butler got inside with that step through.
Oh, by the way, he quietly has 26. He'd be involved.
He is 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Wade.
Oh, stepping through that. I can see that coming. Teague was lined up in front of the basket. He's going to step through that. Even when Young went to fly out at Mirotic, Mirotic couldn't knock it down.
That last
lob.
And Young dunks it. The 17th assist for Jeff Teague.
Yeah, really good read coming out of that break.
Still 10 seconds to shoot inside the final minute.
I got to let him play. He's my best guy. I got to let him play. Got to let him go.
A 30-point night for Paul George. His 4th of the year. And again,
here when you're going through it, and as a coaching staff, when you're dealing with it, to not be able to get yourself in position to get out of a bad losing streak. The Pacers did that.
That's ahead, and the Pacers will dribble out the clock, Quinn, and get a very important win.
I think it really is. At this time of the year, thinking you have a better idea what your team is about, to go through that 4-game skid there, not being able to get a win against some teams, and Washington being one of them. But at the end of the day, you got the W when you really needed it. This is a big boost emotionally for this club.
A 16-6 run after the Bulls had tied it for the 2nd time at 97.